Boulevard home game of the week on the Fan Sports Network.
Punishing runner.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown
For a touchdown.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to our Boulevard home game of the week here on the Fan Sports Network. Snow Canyon Warriors hosting the Dixie Flyers here on senior night at Snow Canyon High School. Caden Formaster here, Connor Collins on the broadcast with you this evening on the Fan Sports Network. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. Today's game is brought to you by, of course, Boulevard Home, making your house a home for 50 years here in Southern Utah. And pregame today, brought to you by Finley Subaru. You can go check out the all-star lineup on the saving side of the freeway. Check out the great deals online at finleysubaru.com. Honolulu Grill, spreading aloha. And you can always stop into Honolulu Grill on the corner of 700 South, 700 East for your favorite Hawaiian dishes. And you got to try that Kava Aid. And Connor, we're ready for a good game here this evening. According to Nolan Perry's Power Guide, this one's only separated by about 3 points, which means it's basically a coin flip according to the stats there and according to his predictions. And according to those predictions, those 3 points favored Snow Canyon, but that doesn't mean Dixie goes down without a fight.
Yeah, I like looking at Nolan Perry's spread and see what he has for these teams. And, this is one of those, like you said, a 3-point spread. Figured you're probably leaning maybe more so. The home team gets the favor in this one. Could be a field goal type of game. But to be fair, I don't know if this game's going to come down to field goals. I think this is going to be one where we might see some scoring often, and it might be going throughout the entire night.
And it very well could. We might see ourselves in a little bit of a track meet here tonight if everything goes according to the offense's plan. Of course, the defense might have something to say about that from either side. But again, it is senior night here at Snow Canyon High School. This is the final home game for Snow Canyon as they're going to be on the road next week, and we will be broadcasting next week. Hopefully, the plan right now is to go with 3 broadcasts across all of our Southern Utah games. We'll see if we're going to be able to accomplish that feat, but that is the plan for right now, so we'll see how that all works out. Hurricane on the bye next week, though, so we'll be able to see the rest of the 6 teams in Region 9 in action next week. But tonight, it is, of course, Dixie here against Snow Canyon. The other game with the Fan Sports Network that is also going to be going live across town is Crimson Cliffs at Pineview High School. Another one of our great Region 9 matchups here tonight.
This is a fun week for me. I think that when you look at kind of how Region 9 shapes up, we're looking at the RPI, we're looking at standings. There's really only 2 teams, I think, right now in Region 9 that are kind of making that push. You have Crimson Cliffs leading the way at the top of the pack, but then after that, you have Desert Hills trying to make a little bit of a push. You have Pineview trying to make a little of a push. Cedar was getting a little bit of recognition. And what have we seen from Dixie lately? I mean, it's just kind of a surge of offense, pretty much ran through by Rand Sawyer. I mean, this is a guy right now who is, I think, single-handedly even carrying this team. And I'll be honest, Caden, I've gone out to say this multiple times. I believe Rand Sawyer on a team, even though they may not have the success that Crimson Cliffs might be having or that Desert Hills has had this season, when you argue about a most valuable player at the end of the year, it's hard to go against a guy who's averaging over 30 carries a game.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, we talk about him a lot just because he's the go-to guy on offense, and one of those reasons being is he's the leading receiver, he's the leading rusher. He just does a little bit of everything for you, and part of that is because he is athletic and he is shifty, and he brings a lot to the offense for the Flyers to where they rely on him very heavily. And for good reason, because he is just one of the best offensive players that they've seen this come through this season for the Flyers. So you have to use him. You have to use him when you can. But defensively, what can they do against Snow Canyon as well? Because Snow Canyon also has really good targets. They have really good skill players, and that's going to be a big key in the game as well.
They do, but the one thing I think that Snow Canyon will open and be honestly to admit about is they've struggled a little bit this year with the quarterback play. You can have as good as skill players as you want, but you still need a mailman to deliver the ball. And right now it seems like as they move JT Westbrook maybe over to wide receiver or bring Lounsbury in, kind of the younger pup, see what he can do, you want to see if he can play a clean game. The best thing to do to affect a young quarterback, Caden, is to cause some pressure. I want to see if with Coach Blaine Munkers over there and Rick Barry, if they're able to scheme up some blitzes, I know they have Isolopati coming off the edge as your kind of solid defensive end, but are you able to get some other guys to come from maybe that safety position, that nickel position, maybe bring a couple corner blitzes? You want to try to create some pressure in the backfield and see if you can get that young quarterback a little rattled early and often.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a little pressure on the young QB is not a bad thing. If they can accomplish that feat, then that might be something that'll bode well for the Flyers defensively. So expect to maybe see some pressure on the young quarterback. And again, when you talk about size, though, this is potentially a pretty good size matchup between these two teams. One thing about Region 9 is across the board, you might say historically an undersized region compared to what we've seen in the past.
I think the one team that's kind of been pushing that envelope a little bit might be Desert Hills, maybe Crimson Cliffs, just because both those teams have, to be fair, it's such a deep bag of guys, right? They have a lot of people they can choose from. I know the zoning and stuff is still being shuffled around now here in Southern Utah. But right now this year we've seen Desert Hills with the big offensive line. We've seen Crimson Cliffs with the big offensive line, and that's part of the reason why both those teams have had a lot of success this year running the ball.
Yeah, that is definitely a big part of it. Is just, again, you got to follow some of that size up front, and whoever has the most size is usually the team that in a lot of ways is a little more successful. Obviously moving the ball is important, but I don't think we always give credit to the big guys, and sometimes we got to give credit where credit is due, and a lot of times it's those big guys just creating the holes where they need to, especially in the running game. So that's definitely going to be one of those things we look at as one of our keys to the game coming up later in the pregame show. Again, today's pregame show is brought to you by some of our great sponsors like Down East, where you can save 30% on all their home products for a limited time. Down East, going back to their roots, and you can save big on quality products. Buck's Ace Hardware. Buck's has the best selection for guns and ammo, barbecues, lawns, garden. Think Buck's with their 3 Southern Utah locations, and Grass Creek Construction. They're building with integrity. Visit them online at grasscreekconstruction.com. Going to step aside, take a quick break here on senior night from Snow Canyon High School as the Snow Canyon Warriors hosting the Dixie Flyers in tonight's Boulevard Home Game of the Week here on the Fan Sports Network. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture, your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Welcome back in, everybody. Boulevard Home game of the week here on the Fan Sports Network. There we go. Getting a little, our camera seems to be cutting in and out on us. Sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much during the ball game there. That's never a good sign.
No, but that's what happens when you get to these ruckus environments, kid. They start shaking our stands. Next thing you know, all of our wires are getting bobbled around.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it stays clear and clean for us. But we welcome you into the broadcast again, coming out of the commercial break there. We just had the national anthem, beautiful rendition of the national anthem. One of the students here at Snow Canyon High School on a senior night, as we've got the players and official meeting at midfield, getting us ready for kickoff, doing the coin toss. Snow Canyon, the team is set up off to our right, getting ready to run through the tunnel that the cheerleaders and e-shells have made over there. And we'll be getting ready for kickoff here shortly after coin toss in tonight's broadcast. Again, inside of our Boulevard Home game of the week. And this game as well is brought to us by House of Jump. You can purchase 1 hour jump time Monday through Thursday. Mention you heard it here. Get $10 in the arcade for free. You can also book your birthday parties at houseofjump.com.
Well, I got some breaking news here for us, Caden. I'm looking across. It's looking like Rand Sawyer is inactive for today's game. I see him over there on the sidelines. He has the jersey on and some slides sitting on the bench currently. So it looks like he's just going to be hanging out. Not sure if this is injury related or something else. We haven't heard anything quite yet. I'll see if I can try to get a follow-up on what's going on there with Rand Sawyer, why he's not active tonight. I'm seeing him with the T-shirts and jersey out there with the slides.
Well, that just totally ruins our keys to the game there, because some of our keys were definitely going to be pushing the ball through Rand Sawyer. So, you know, that's a big hit. We were talking about that earlier in pregame about how important he is to the offense of this Flyer team. I will say, though, this does give the opportunity for some other guys to try to come in and make a name for themselves in this offensive lineup for the Flyers. So that'll be good. That'll be important for them. But we're getting closer and closer to kickoff here. Snow Canyon, they've got some smoke going over there as the flags are out and they're running through the tunnel here. The crowd cheers them on as we're getting ready for kickoff. Snow Canyon wearing the green jerseys tonight. Green jerseys with the black pants and, of course, the classic gold helmets. And Dixie with the blue pants, white jerseys, blue helmets.
I'm trying to see if I could reach out to some of our connections there, figure out what was going on exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're going to let you step aside for just a moment, CC. We have a little delay on our camera person who, for rightful reasons, I mean, I definitely want to appreciate our cam person today, Sky Jones, who is going to be here shortly. But she was out helping out at the Black Desert Championship, running a camera out there. So she's been all over the place. That's wrapping up here shortly. She should be here any minute. But because of the Black Desert Championship going on not too far from here at Snow Canyon High School, she's pulling double duty today. And she said she's on her way, and we can't wait for her to get here to come run a camera for us. But you know what? Good opportunities come your way. So we're glad that she was able to take that opportunity to be out at that PGA event here in Southern Utah. And for those of you who don't know, that yes, we do have the Black Desert Championship going just down the road from us, again at the Black Desert Resort. Kickoff from Snow Canyon to Dixie goes into the hands of the Flyers. Coming out near side, tripped up and brought down at about the 25-yard line for the Flyers was Casey Grover. And that is where the Flyers will set up offense. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line here for the Flyers. So Fabulous Freddy's first down to get things started. Wyatt Truman, the quarterback, is going to hand it off. And Grover has nowhere to go, brought down quickly. It's Cale Esplin on the takedown. Brings up second down. And they give him a yard. 2nd and 9. And welcome back, CC.
Yeah, man, I was up there in the crow's nest getting a bird's eye view on everything. I love it. Love helping out. We got Sky just coming out to help with the cameras.
Only missed us on one play as this is Caden Crazier that is stacked up and brought down. Looks like he was able to gain a yard, but it is 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, we're going to be interesting here. See what Snow Canyon dials up now. You got them in a 3rd and long, as we know. We've seen Snow Canyon send some pressure so far this season. Dixie has had some trouble on 3rd and long trying to find receivers. We ran Sawyer out of this game. They don't have a single receiver over 100 yards on this team.
Now the details around that, I don't know the specifics, but he did get ejected in the final moments of the game against Cedar. They tried to appeal it. It got denied. As this is going to go down for a sack. And Wyatt Truman had nowhere to go.
Blown up right off the edge there. Wyatt Truman never quite saw him coming. Drops back. Huge job by the Snow Canyon Warrior defense to cause some pressure on a 3rd and long. Looks like 4th and... Excuse me, if this is 4th and 16 and they're lining up to go for it.
4th and 16 and they just go with the punt. Oh, and it's dropped, but he's able to pick it up, crosses the 50 on his feet. He's got blockers ahead of him past the 40 and the 30, getting some blocks, and he's tripped up, brought down all the way to the 20-yard line of Dixie. And the Snow Canyon Warriors will start inside the red zone.
What some crafty little footwork there by the Warriors on the punt return. Number 12 that was, trying to make a little something out of nothing there. Brody Lounsbury, the backup quarterback, getting some action in there. Muffs the punt, picks it up, makes a guy miss, and Snow Canyon going to have the ball with really good field position to start this drive.
And here they come. The Warriors coming out onto the field. Brody Lounsbury, sophomore, in at quarterback. Snaps away, hands it off to Esplin. Esplin bounces off one defender and pushes forward, taken down for a short gain. They'll give him about 3 on the play.
Yeah, solid little run there. You like to see the contact balance. Runs into one of the backs of his blockers, able to keep the legs moving and continue to push forward. Instead of having a 1-yard gain, turn it into about a 3-yard gain.
So it's 2nd down. And the Warriors set up in their offense. 2 receivers off to the far side, 1 here on the near. Going to pass near side. It's caught.
A nice little out route there. Really well executed by Snow Canyon. Trying to see who that was on the reception. It looked like it might have been Cale Johnson. Just a nice, smooth little out route, gain of about 5 yards on the play. And this is really nice now for Snow Canyon. You set yourself up in 3rd and 2, and just like one of our keys of the game was going to be, have a balanced attack. This is the way you can do so.
Yeah, that was JT Westbrook there on the reception. And they're going to go hand off. And tripped up and brought down around the 11-yard line. It'll be close to the line to gain. Is it enough to move those chains across? Or will it be 4th and inches? It might be 4th and inches here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to line up and go for this here. Not surprised at all.
Well, oh yeah, especially here this early into the game. You're great field position. Take advantage of it. So on 4th and 1, Snow Canyon going to go for it. Try to get him to jump. No jump there. And did they take the timeout? It looks like they're going to take a timeout. Snow Canyon does. So, timeout taken here. Brought to you by UD and Associates. For great service on rates on home and auto life insurance, call Luke today at 435-251-9102. Get a free quote. See how much you can save with Luke UD at UD and Associates.
So far, I like what I've seen out of Snow Canyon in this drive. Been able to attack their playmakers, get the ball to them consistently. Well, 4th and 1, I wonder now, do you try to catch them on their toes, go for a quick pass, or do you just do the inevitable and try to run it right down the middle here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I say you probably just go for the run. That would be my semi-professional input. Maybe just try to pound it on through here. You got some pretty good stout linemen up front.
Looks like Joe Max Smith, number 16, kind of lining up that man in motion in the backfield, playing a little H-back.
Here we go on 4th and 1. Here's the snap. Rolling out, keeping it himself is Lounsbury. He's got the line to gain, and he goes out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. It's first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, we've already seen Lounsbury now make a couple nice plays with his legs. He had the one punt return where he picks up the muff, able to get outside with it, and now a beautiful ran quarterback power. Bring Joe Max Smith across the formation, use him as a blocker out the backfield, and just sets you up, like you said, for an easy first down conversion.
First and goal from the 9. They send a guy in motion. Lounsbury, pressure coming at him. He sneaks on through the middle, past the 5, dodging and weaving through traffic. He goes down at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the Flyers there to keep him out the end zone. It looked like that was Mason Schumann there, I think, and Colo Lynn who got in on the tackle. Couple Flyers there keeping him out of the end zone. Now are you able to finish the job here? 2nd and short, knocking on the end zone.
So 2nd and goal from the 1. In motion, keeping himself. Lounsbury, he's going to get the touchdown for the Warriors. First score of the game, Lounsbury.
Yeah, I like what Lounsbury's doing here so far in this first quarter, Caden. He's using his legs, he's using his mobility, and something I say in every single level of college football, high school football, NFL, it does not matter. If you are putting a younger quarterback with less experience out on the field and they have a little bit of the mobility with their legs, it makes them that much more harder to plan against. And just like that, Lounsbury with 2 key runs in the Cache Valley red zone and gets them in, cashed in there with the touchdown.
Extra point is good. Snow Canyon on the board, 7-0 over the Flyers here on the Fan Sports Network. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Bucks Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Findlay Subaru.
Snow Canyon strikes first inside of our Boulevard home game of the week, 7-0. The Warriors going up.
Dixie now gonna have to give a big response as we saw them 3 and out early on in the game. Down 7-0. Let's see what they got coming here.
And it's gonna be a touchback brought out to the 20-yard line.
So I think now, Caden, probably we keep an eye on it's number 18 for the Flyers, Jason Malufo. I don't know how to say that, and I'm probably butchering it, so if his family is listening, I am very sorry. But dear Jason, we are excited to see what you have out here tonight in place for Rand Sawyer.
Here's the snap. Truman to pass. It's caught and brought down after a gain of 8.
Yeah, nice little quick pass there for Truman, something to just kind of settle him in. Easy completions, I think, is kind of what you want to give Truman in this Flyers offense right now, just to get your feet under you, as this game is still early.
So here we go, 2nd and 2. Snaps away, another pass, and that's overthrown. Intended for number 10, Isaiah Johnson.
Now, still have him set up here, 3rd and short. You can be balanced. You don't need to necessarily go through the air, but you have to be careful, because if you try to run this ball and you don't get it, we've already seen that Snow Canyon will send some pressure, and they'll get guys in the backfield quickly.
On 3rd and 2. Snap is away, keeping it himself. Pushing forward, gets the line to gain with a couple extra yards is Wyatt Truman.
Yeah, nice job to lower your shoulder, take on a little bit of contact. I know you don't want to always hear that when you're talking about your quarterback running the ball, but to be fair, Wyatt Truman a little bit more stocky than some of the other guys we've seen out here on the field tonight.
So it's Fabulous Freddy's first down. Snap is away, handoff. Wrapped up and brought down immediately, and looks like either no gain or maybe even a loss of a yard. They're going to give him a loss of a yard to, again, the young back in Jason Malufau.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily sure if that was more of a blitz or just a really well-ran, committed defense, but it seemed like they had a lot of gold helmets there in the backfield quick. Now you got them in a little bit of a 2nd and long situation. Hopefully the Dixie has something in store here.
On 2nd and 11. Snap is away. Truman looking to pass. Lots of pressure coming at him. He goes out towards the sideline and is tipped around and missed.
Yeah, just kind of threw that ball a little too high and out away for his receiver there. You want to see that get brought down just a little bit as your receiver out wide. That was number 9 for the Flyers trying to make a play on the ball. And Crew Baresi just a little too short for it. And it's hard to say that when you're talking about your guy almost 6 foot tall. So want to get that ball down a little bit if you're Wyatt Truman. Give your receiver a chance to make a play.
Here's the snap. Looking downfield. Going to roll out with it and keep it himself as Truman, and he'll gain about 6. It'll bring up 4th down.
Short of that line to gain. I wonder if they come out in that pooch punt formation again. You would think maybe they're thinking about going for it here on the 40, what is that, the 38-yard line, 37 it looks like. See what they decide to do.
And he's going to punt it away again. Goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Caden, the more they set that formation up and run those pooch punts, I hate using the word, but trickery, it might be coming out tonight. I feel like the Flyers are going to try to set it up at some point. It's going to come down to Snow Canyon to be very disciplined, make sure they're not getting caught asleep at any point here.
So fresh set of downs for Snow Canyon. Quick look again at these Snow Canyon keys to the game here. Number one is it's a dogfight. I know you're playing against the Flyers here, but you do need to take to the air. You have a lot of really good receivers. They got trips near side already. The other one being a balanced attack. Make sure you establish both that run and pass game. And, of course, lean on your depth.
And it looks like we have a fumble. Ball on the ground. Luckily enough for Snow Canyon, it looks like number 12 was able to jump back on top of that there.
Yeah, Lounsbury gets back on it, but it will be 2nd down, and they lost 4.
Joe Macksmith checking into the game now, lining up at your slot receiver. You have the trips formation to the left. He's the most inside receiver there, kind of that like your tight end.
So on 2nd down, snap away, keeping it himself is Lounsbury. And he gets it back to the original line of scrimmage on a gain of 4.
Yeah, nice job there by Lapati to kind of track him down. And then again, Mason Schumann coming up and making a tackle.
Make that 3rd and 11. He came just short of that original line of scrimmage. So on 3rd down, what can the Warriors produce here? They send Esplin in motion. Throw it over to him on the near side. Takes one hit, goes out of bounds around the 50.
Yeah, just a little bit of a check down there, kind of a gimme play, but a good job by the Flyer defense there. Hold them to a nice stand, put them in a 4th and long situation, and it looks like they're going to bring the punt team out.
Yeah, on 4th and 6, you're at the 49-yard line. Might as well. Yeah. Up on the Wilkson scoreboard, for those listening at home on the radio side, 7-0. Snow Canyon has the lead as they're getting ready to punt this one away to the Flyers. Ball in the air. Brought in at the 21. Wrapped up immediately, but still on his feet. Pushing over to the far side and finally going down. Got wrapped up about 5 yards after the catch and was able to carry a defender on his back all the way down for about another 5 yards. They'll set up shop at the 34.
Yeah, nifty little run there, and that's going to give them nice field position here to work out of. Again, a good stop by Dixie last time defensive out. But now, are they able to get anything going on offense? We'd like to see them put together a drive, get a few steady plays, a little chain or a rhythm, if anything.
Wyatt Truman behind center. Play action, rolling out. Passes away a little too high for the intended receiver. And that was Cason Grover.
Yeah, just right over the head of him, not able to bring that in. Snow Canyon, you can tell that these linebackers, they're flowing with everything they see tonight. Every time your offensive line is stepping right, your linebackers are stepping right. When your quarterback is rolling out left, the linebackers are stepping left. They're just mirroring what they're seeing up front. Maybe if you're Dixie, try to set up a little reverse misdirection kind of action.
Hand off. Brought down by a foot there. Crew Bereze was wrapped up by just the shoe, and the rest of the Snow Canyon defense came over to help out. He's going down for a big loss.
Yeah, those sometimes, Caden, I got to say, are the worst tackles, right? Because you're just a sitting duck, essentially. You got your one guy sitting there with the football held on by one leg, and you know the rest of the team's coming to hit you.
Listen, if I'm sitting there with a guy on my shoe and I see 4 others coming at me, I might just go down. I might just like, all right, you got me. I'm not taking that hit.
Just over 3 minutes here left in the first quarter. Solid pace of play here.
So on 3rd and 15, snap is away. Truman looking to pass. Is it picked? No, it's dropped.
Oh,
nearly picked off.
Just a missed opportunity there for the Warriors as they send the blitz there. It looks about 6 guys coming towards Truman as he tries to get rid of the ball. And when you have that blitz coming, you want to throw away from the blitzers and just never quite saw the DB covering there. Beautiful job by the Warriors with the man coverage.
4th down, they keep going to the setup where they just let the quarterback punt it. So Truman takes the punt. It's hauled in at the 38. No fair catch. He stays on his feet, and here comes the rest of the Flyers special teams to take it down.
And now I understand you have Joe Max Smith standing there on the sideline, and he used to be your former quarterback, but I don't know how many times they want to let Lounsbury go out there and get beat up on a punt return like that.
Yeah.
Again, he's very nifty with the footwork. Try to give him a little protection there. Let's see what he has set up.
Lounsbury behind center, trips far side. Snap is away. Esplin will take it on the handoff. He's got a lane up the middle, and he'll go pick up 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, 3rd tackle I have for Mason Schumann already here in this first quarter, doing a good job at coming up, trying to limit these plays from being big gains. Still, on 1st down, a nice chunk of yardage there, setting you up on 2nd and short.
On 2nd and 4. Smith in motion. High snap. Play action, keeping it himself as Lounsbury spins out of trouble, gets back to that line of scrimmage, even gains a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
Looked like that was Carter Jernigan coming off the edge there, applying a little bit of pressure. I like to see that from the Flyers and from Coach Barry, a little bit of something we talked about, cap pressure, right? You want to bring the corners off the edge, try to make your quarterback, a young quarterback at that, a little nervous and throw into a mistake.
On 3rd down, 3rd with 3 to go here for the Warriors. Minute 37 left on the Wilkinson South sliding scoreboard here in the first quarter. Snaps away. Lounsbury rolls out. He's got a blocker in front of him. He gets the first down and more into Flyer territory for the first down.
Yeah, I'm loving what they're doing there. This action where they put Joe Mack kind of at the H-back. They motion him across the formation, and then they run that quarterback power right behind him. What they're doing is they're setting him up as a lead blocker. And on that play there, Kaden, he absolutely blew somebody up right off the edge, and that gave you more than enough yardage there for Lounsbury to get the first down.
First downs this season brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. On 1st and 10, here come the Warriors. Taking the snap is Lounsbury. He's going to keep it himself, and the pressure got there quick.
Yeah, that was big old number 52, Aisa Fafita getting in there, the defensive tackle. He's only 5'9" there, Caden, but like a meatball, just moving guys around.
Brings up 2nd down, 16 to go now as the Warriors set up at the 50-yard line. There's the snap. Passes away, and it's caught. It'll be gain of 5. It'll be now 3rd down with 11 to go.
Yeah, nice catch there by Cam Hill, junior wide receiver for Snow Canyon.
That'll bring up the end of the first quarter as well. So the score after 1, the Snow Canyon Warriors on top, 7 to Dixie's nothing through this first quarter of play. When we come back, second quarter of action, Snow Canyon's ball, 3rd and 11. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, UD & Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Welcome back into our Boulevard Home game of the week. 3rd and 11 here for Snow Canyon. Snap is away. Lounsbury looking to pass. He's going to send this one deep to JT Westbrook. It's caught. No! He can't hold on.
Oh, no, Caden. Just when you thought you had the touchdown, you know what? I think his eyes got a little bit too wide for him. He was like, oh, man, it's coming right to me. I'm open. And just right through the breadbasket.
Yeah, check it out on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. Just missed the tail end of that. But, man, he had that right in his hands. And that brings up 4th and 11. Quick score update brought to you by Nets on Fire. Crimson Cliffs right now leads against Pineview as they kick off to Pineview just now. 15-7 in the first quarter.
Looked like that was Matthew Davidson out there on the coverage for the Flyers.
And they're going to go for it on 4th. 4th and 11. Lounsbury looking to pass. He dumps it off. You got to get to that line to gain. Is it enough? Stretching the arms for it was Trey Vaughn, and he's going to be short by a yard.
Yeah, not quite able to get there. Good job by the Flyers to create a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, it's just not quite enough there.
So with the turnover on downs, 2, I have to say, very impressive job, I think, by Dixie tonight. I thought that that was going to be a big key to this game, Caden, is Dixie coming out here, being physical, being able to get stops. And twice now we've seen them try to attack on 4th down, try to get a big play, and Dixie able to cause a turnover on downs. They have a chance with a decent field position starting right on their own 35.
Yeah, very true.
See what Wyatt Truman does. Puts a man in motion.
Snaps away. He's going to try to air this one out. Pressure's coming at him. Gets the pass away into the flat. And wrapped up, brought down. Really no gain on the play here for the Flyers. They evade the sack, but nowhere to go. It's actually going to be maybe a loss of about half a yard.
I will say this, I was excited to see them move Dante Ochoa in that jet sweep motion. That's something that I think that Coach Munkers has really kind of been keyed on for the past 3-4 years. That's a staple part of his offense, and it seemed like this season, maybe just due to the personnel available, they kind of gotten away from that. So I like seeing him bring that cross formation motion back.
Here we go on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the backside. Truman dumps it off. It's picked. No! Nearly picked off by Karsten Stewart. We've almost seen 2 picks. They were dropped. We almost saw a touchdown pass. That was dropped. Can't hold on to the ball tonight.
Yeah, just a couple bad beats right now for Snow Canyon, and you would have to think, like you said, if you could hold on to the football, I mean, very well, we could be looking at almost a 21-point game at this point.
Just about.
But what ifs don't matter here tonight as Dixie's going to set up on the 3rd and 10. 11 minutes here in this 2nd quarter.
And the snap is away. Looking to pass is Truman. Pressure coming at him. He goes down and stripped away. Taking it with him all the way to the house. That's a touchdown. Now there is a flag on the play. But up to this point, a touchdown.
And probably another one coming too as he chucks the ball over to the sideline.
That's Andrew Castro.
No, you know what, man? I love seeing this, right? Because this is just right after we had that crazy New Orleans game where their defensive tackle picks off a football and starts rumbling down the sideline. The quarterback in this case just trying to evade pressure. Ball gets taken right out from in front of his hands, and just an easy touchdown for the Warriors there.
Yeah, so there are a couple of flags on the play, and he did throw the football off. I believe the touchdown is going to stand. Let's see what the official has to say here.
Yeah, those should all come after, but after last week's game.
So the touchdown stands.
And so he gets his first person.
Yeah, he gets in a sportsmanlike conduct call enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown will stand.
Now, all the parents out there listening, go ahead and close your ears because I'm going to be honest with you, Caden. If I'm number 52, I'm doing the same thing. When you're a big boy and you get rumbling and tumbling towards that end zone, man, there's nothing better than that feeling, and I got to give them a little bit of love there. That might just be our defensive play of the game. We'll see. Still early, 10:49 left in the 2nd quarter.
Listen, if you're, it's tough if you're stripping a ball like that and running with it as the big defensive lineman. You just don't get those plays.
Dude, the rumbling and tumbling.
You don't get those plays. I understand that. I understand that feeling completely. Score on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard: 14-0. And Dixie Flyers trying to bounce back from this one. We'll keep it right here for you inside of our Boulevard Home game of the week. Today's game also is brought to you by, of course, Wilkinson's House of Lighting. You can light it up Region 9 at Wilkinson's, where the local shop. They're winners of Best of Southern Utah for 5 years in a row.
Speaking of lighting it up, a little Wilkinson's lighting it up scoreboard update. Utah State down 13-0, PAT pending. Ricky White with his another touchdown on the season. The All-American put together an incredible year in that go-go offense. UNLV up 13-0 again, PAT pending over Utah State.
Now we wait and see what they can accomplish here. The Dixie Flyers, where they should get decent field position. This kickoff coming from the 20-yard line as opposed to the 40.
Looks like they're going to have Trayvon Haveron. I'm not sure how to say Trayvon's last name. Havron? Not entirely sure how to pronounce that. We don't have the phonetics.
But he still finds a hole. He's going to go all the way down to where the kicker is at the 40 before he's finally brought down. Takes it all the way into Snow Canyon territory.
Well, excuse us, Trayvon Haveron. We're going to get that name down because you keep making plays like that, it'll be hard for us not to say your name.
Yeah, Trayvon Haveron. That's how I'm going to say it. If I'm incorrect, you'll let us know. But
a beautiful job there, though. That's twice now we've seen tonight on special teams where both teams have had a returner muff the ball but still pick it up, create something out of nothing. There, he actually almost takes it all the way back to the house. That would have been a huge play for the Flyers.
That would have been massive.
Best field position they had all night, though.
Going in motion, and Truman's going to keep it himself. Tries to spin out from the defender's grasp, but he still gets down on about an 8-yard gain. The Flyers will now be facing a 2nd and 2.
Interesting, too. I'm seeing Dixie running number 3 out there. If I'm correct, that's going to be Tano Anzalone. Under my impression, I thought Tano was going to be playing mostly defense for the rest of the year here. It looks like with Rand Sawyer out for this first half, maybe the second half as well, they're going to lean on Tano on offense a little bit.
The handoff taken to the far side, and it should be enough. And again, this is Jason Malafau.
Like what I'm saying,
they are
here
moving
tonight.
They're moving those chains.
And, to be fair, Jason Malafau very well has a chance to be our Jersey Mike sub of the game. I mean, we thought this was Rand Sawyer coming into the night. I think most people did until we saw him kind of at the end of warm-ups. We're like, is that Rand out there? So I would like to say it looks like number 18 so far, stepping up. Like you said, that's going to be Malafau.
And I am seeing, I was looking to see if I could see Rand, and he is down there. This is, again, Malafau on the run. And a gain there of about 6, and he pops up. He's hyped. He's ready to rock and roll in this one.
This by far has been the best drive of the night so far for the Flyers. I think you talk about the punt return giving them good field goal position, the kick return giving them good field goal position. But now they're just driving and driving and driving. They're not thinking field goal, they're thinking touchdown.
Snaps away, and Truman's going to keep it himself. Tries to plow through the defense there, but he's brought down by a shoe.
Yeah, I think that was one there. When you look back at the film, Truman's probably going to wish he gave that one up. I think they had the block set up on the sweep on the end around there, just not able to read it. Truman keeps it, gets about a gain of, looks like not much on that.
No gain at all on that one. They bring him right back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 4.
We've seen tonight Coach Esplin dial up pressure multiple times. See what they decide to do here on this 3rd and medium, we'll call it.
Right now you got Caden Crazier on as the back. Snap was away. Looking to pass. Going to go deep to the far side. It's up. That looks like a touchdown. Kason Grover. Is it? Did they give it to him? Did they mark it?
One ref signals touchdown. Another one hasn't signaled anything. They're going to converse.
They're going to converse.
And I think they're going to say out of bounds. I don't know. The 2 refs that were standing there, I saw one on the back of the end zone throw his arms up for the touchdown. But the ref down by the pylon, I never saw a signal from, and they're going to bring it back for 4th down.
Wow. And I apologize, we did not capture the replay on that one either.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a flag for a false start.
Oh.
We missed the laundry on the field. There was a flag for a false start, so it is now going to be 4th down.
Still, I think it was weird that we didn't see one of the referees with the best view not throw up a signal.
Not 4th down. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 is what I meant to say. But I did not see the flag pop out. So excuse us for that. We're sorry that we missed that flag. So whether it was caught or not didn't matter. And here we go again. They're going to run the same play. And this time, Grover drops it. It'll bring up 4th.
Yeah, I try to go right back to him over there, and good job by Snow Canyon not getting caught asleep. They expected another big shot after losing out on the first one from the Flyers. So I think that was a good job by the Warriors defensively with a big stand. I think if you're Dixie, you're probably going for it here. I don't think you're considering the pooch punt. I know they have similar formations. I think if you're the Flyers, you just line this up and give your best 4th and long play.
They're looking at the sideline and taking their time with the call here.
Yeah, 8:13 left here.
Snaps away. Truman looking to pass, and he goes too high. So on 4th down, they turn it over, and it'll be Snow Canyon football from here.
Yeah, that's a brutal one there if you're the Flyers after having the best field position that you've had all night and coming away with no points. Has to sting just a little bit there for Dixie.
Well, we haven't seen this Warrior offense in a while. The Warriors got a defensive touchdown, and so a little strip of the ball that was taken to the end zone.
Let's see here if they decide to attack through the air. They've been balanced, it feels like, so far tonight. Most of their run game coming from their quarterback, Lounsbury.
Lounsbury will take the snap. He's looking to pass with pressure coming at his ankles. He tucks it in and runs with it. Gets a good hit on him by Carter Jernigan. But he's able to get past the 30-yard line and still gain 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, Jernigan comes in and kind of lays a nice little lick there on Lounsbury, but he's able to stay on his feet, keep moving. And then Mason Schumann again, 4th tackle on the night, able to come in and clean it up.
2nd and 6. Warriors lead this one 14-0 over the Flyers. 7:32 left to go here in the second. Here's a snap. Keeping it himself, Lounsbury. And he'll go for 3 on this play.
Trying to run that little quarterback option there. Follow your blockers. Hoping that, I think they're trying to get that to pop. They've had a couple chances close there.
Third down. You get 3rd and 4. Hand off to Esplin. Esplin's brought down immediately by Colo Lynn.
Yeah, it looked like that was Colo Lynn there. And then Noah Russell coming in to help clean that up. Another good job by the Flyers. Calls a turnover. Well, possibly, as it looks like Snow Canyon running out the punt team again.
I would. 4th and 4. You're deep into Flyer territory still. Warriors looking to punt this one away.
Really hoping Flyers here are able to do something with this field position again. A couple times now they've gotten a chance to get down there.
And the punt is away. It'll take a bounce. It's picked up and decides to take a quick run with it. 5 yards maybe after the reception there for Seth Morby. And that's where the Flyers will set up, is at the 43-yard line.
Good idea there. I think the ball got a friendly bounce towards him, so he's able to take that and just kind of run off a little bit, gain about 5 yards on the return. Not enough, or I shouldn't say not enough, but not a lot. Sets them up there on the 43-yard line. 6 minutes still here in the second quarter. 6:03, the exact time on the clock.
So fresh set of downs here for the Flyers coming off of the punt as Truman airs this one out a little too far, intended for Tano Anzalone.
Yeah, Tano playing with, I believe it was the broken finger or broken hand at one point this season. How he was playing with just a cast, Caden. He had a club on and he was playing just solely defense. But I'm not seeing any cast or anything on the hand tonight. Looks like he's got a little bit of mobility to the hands. And
maybe that's why they brought him back over to the offensive side, is maybe now he's got a little more dexterity in those hands.
Again, they're looking for any spark they can right now with number 2 on the sideline.
Snap is away. Truman, with pressure coming at his sides, airs one out deep. It's going to be overthrown. Intent for Isaiah Johnson.
Yeah, put just a little bit too much zip on that ball there, Truman did. I liked what I saw, though, as he felt the pressure coming off both edges. He steps up into the pocket, tries to deliver a throw, knowing he's going to get hit and brought down. Just a little bit too much on there.
On the Warriors, they rushed 5 on that play.
Yeah, I've seen a few times now tonight, Caden, that they've sent a few more than just the 3 or 4 guys. I've seen about a 7-man blitz, 6-man blitz. So Coach Esplin not afraid to bring some pressure here.
Snaps away with Truman. Tons of time to pass this one out. White Truman dumps it off across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. There is a flag on the play that came in a little later. On the takedown there was Easton Nowatzki.
Yeah, I'd like to see Wyatt Truman be a little bit quicker with his decision-making. I feel like he's getting protection, he's getting some time, but he's not necessarily getting rid of the ball now. You know, it very well could be coverage plays. It very well could just be guys not getting open. However, at one point or another, you either got to make the decision to tuck and run or just get rid of the ball.
Did you catch what the penalty was there?
Looks like it might have been.
They just went pass interference on it, huh?
Yeah, like a defensive holding, I think, here.
Either way, first down, fresh set of downs, as it was a 10-yard penalty. So they move it forward into Snow Canyon territory, set up shop at the 43.
We saw the one celebration penalty, but a couple penalties tonight for Snow Canyon. Probably want to clean that aspect up as, again,
we got another one.
Yeah, it looks like that was, can't see.
Encroachment against,
that was Jadon Page, excuse me. That was Jadon Page jumping across the line of scrimmage there.
Was that Jadon Page? I think they said 52. I could have been wrong. I think that was Andrew Castro, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was
I
Page
could be wrong.
there, yeah.
They're rolling out. There's room to run here for the Flyers. And Wyatt Truman takes it down inside the 20-yard line. A beautiful run for the quarterback.
Best play of the night so far by the offense for the Dixie Flyers. I think that they get the block set up, and you just follow your big boys up front. Go to where the green grass is.
Well, the defense was following like it was a handoff to Anzalone, and a lot of the pressure moved that way. The blockers, I should say, moved that way for the Flyers.
Kind of like I was trying to say earlier, these linebackers, they're flowing hard. You can try to set that misdirection up on them.
They looked like it was going to be a sweep, much like that play right there, but instead of that's a handoff up the middle, taken by Kasier, and that's going to go down for maybe a gain of 3.
The good thing, though, about this, Caden, is now you're starting to get Snow Canyon on their heels, right? Now you're able to run this play a few different ways out of the same formation, and now Snow Canyon's not just accounting for the jet sweep. They're not just accounting for the quarterback power. They're not just accounting for the handoff down the middle. I mean, there's 3 different ways, sometimes even 4, depending on how the play's built up, all out of this same formation. That's the type of play calling that Coach Munkers is known for.
Anzalone in motion. Truman's going to keep it himself. He's tripped and taken down to the 15, which is just a yard off from where the original line was at the 14. So loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 8 inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone for the Flyers.
Coming up 4 minutes here on the clock, getting close. See if Dixie's able to get one of those scores here. Would hate to walk away with nothing if you're the Flyers.
Ooh, and a jump.
Hard to tell. I'm not sure if this was the false start.
Hank West really jumped off, and it's going to go against him. That is going to go against the Warriors.
Yep, so that's twice now on this drive alone, Caden. They've got Snow Canyon with the hard count. Guy we've seen make a living out of that in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers. He's going to have a new coach this Monday.
Yeah. Keeping it himself. Truman, I don't know if he got it. I don't think he did on 3rd down.
It's going to be a little short now. It bodes the question, do you take the 3 or you go for the touchdown here?
Man, I feel like you got to go for it.
I mean, it's 4th down. You're sitting there on the what is it, 10-yard line it looks like. You only need 3, so you don't have to go for the end zone. But you do need the first down.
Let's see what they do here on 4th and 1. 14-0. Snow Canyon leads. Here's the snap. It's a handoff going up the middle with it. It's enough for the first down.
Beautiful execution there by the Flyers. Again, setting it up out of that pistol formation. You're getting guys motioning across the system. Now that defense has to use their eyes. They can't just run one way. They need to try to follow the ball, and that's what makes things tricky on a defense. When you're not sure where the ball's going and you have a bunch of different playmakers converging in the same area, I really like what Dixie's done on this drive in the play calling.
2:45 left to go here in the first half of play, where the Warriors lead this one still 14-0. Ball at the 5-yard line. Dixie trying to punch it in. Truman on the pass. It's tipped and incomplete.
Ooh, dangerous pass there. Like you said, just a guy getting a big old mid up at the line of scrimmage, able to bat that ball up. And usually when you see those hands come up, the ball ends up getting tipped back down towards the line of scrimmage. This one gets pushed up. Chance for a guy maybe to make a play on it. Lucky to get away with that one.
The DB Tristan Boswick was ready to turn on his heel, go for the interception, but it was a little too far past the play at that point. It's 2nd down from the 5. Handoff on the sweep. That looks like Anzalone going to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Flyers.
Look at Tano Anzalone coming in as a wide receiver, just running that jet sweep that we love seeing out of that Dixie Flyer coach Munker's offense, and just beautiful execution, I think, this entire drive by the Flyers to march down the field and punch one in here before half.
Now the Flyers will go for the extra point. The kicker is the number we do not have on our rosters. But the extra point is up, and it is good. 14-7 now. The Flyers have answered back with 2:27 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick 45-second break, and we will be back right after this.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee, anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, UD & Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
The Flyers get on the board here late in the first half, makes it 14-7 as they're getting ready to kick this one away here to the Warriors. The Warriors with 2:27 left on the clock to try to get downfield and make something else happen.
Yeah, excuse me, that was Tano Anzalone with the touchdown. I think I said Anzalone there. Trying to get the pronunciation down, still learning everybody's names, even though it's week 9. But, you know, I'm glad I was able to get that correction. Thank you there, K-Man. And
the problem is this one's muffed, and it's kicked. Is this going to go to the end zone? It is. Diving on it, still alive. Who's on it?
What just happened?
Snow Canyon is on the ball.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That was wild.
The ball muffed off the punter, and it looked like as if a Flyer trying to recover it almost kicked it like a soccer ball towards the end zone.
Wow.
Somehow Snow Canyon able to jump on top of it, and Dixie not able to score a touchdown. And
so it's a touchback.
Safety. Yeah.
It's just a touchback. That's all this is a simple touchback.
Interesting.
That was wild.
Man, if you're a Flyer fan, you got to be pulling your hair out right now. You had the equalizing touchdown sitting at the bottom of the scrum, not quite able to get there. But still, got Snow Canyon backed up now, and they have a long field to drive. 2 minutes and 23 seconds here. I mean, it's still enough time if I'm the Warriors. You don't necessarily have to panic. Pick your plays, move the ball down the field.
Go over to Smith on the far side on the sweep around, and he'll pick up 5 for you.
Like what I've seen out of Joe Mack tonight. I think a big thing for that kid, right, is you got to take a little bit of the adversity, take a little bit of the humility, right? You're no longer the starting quarterback, but you're still finding a way to get on the field. You're finding a way to get active, whether that's catching the ball as a receiver or making blocks out the backfield as a tight end, H-back. I love what I've seen out of number 16 and the heart that he's showing here for the Warriors.
Second and 5. Snaps away. It's a keeper by Lounsbury, and he'll pick up 3.
Yeah, it looked like that was Isa Lapati there and Bristol Woods combining for the loss there. Now 3rd and 3. You think you go back to the quick pass game, or Lounsbury tries to set maybe that quarterback option up? We'll see as they have Joe Mack in the backfield as that H-back.
Here's the snap. Taking it is Joe Mack, and he will be stuffed up by the Flyers, but not after a gain, and it'll be now 4th down with 1 yard to go. Set up at the 29.
Looks like.
And a timeout taken.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that might have been the Flyers called that one there, correct.
So Flyer timeout. We'll take a quick one ourselves. 45-second break. We'll be back right after this.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back 9 Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Warriors set up on a 4th and 1 to go for it here with 1:31 left to play in the first half. Snap is away. Pressure coming from the backside, keeping himself as Lounsbury. He crosses the 30. He gets it with an extra 4 yards.
Yeah, but not without a price to pay. He gets kind of lit up there at the end of the run. Big hit by the Flyer defense. One of our dealer collision big hits on the night. But still, like you say, it's enough for the first down. Snow Canyon's going to keep this clock moving and the chains.
So snap is away. Pass out to the near side. It's brought in by JT Westbrook, and he'll take it out to the 40.
I like that, the quick little out there by JT. You know that you have to get a first down or you have to get out of bounds, and I think he does a good job knowing where he's out on the field and gets out quickly.
2nd and 4 here for the Warriors. And again, it does stop the clock at 1:09. Here's Lounsbury. He's going to send it deep to Westbrook. Picked off. Matthew Davidson. Davison brings it near side, crosses the 50, and the Flyers offense will take control.
Huge play there by the Flyers there. Davidson getting the turnover. And it looked like Lounsbury just kind of put a little bit too much on there. Throws it into double coverage. You have the safety helping them with the middle of the field. Davidson covering on the outside. And then actually with a really good return, Caden, sets them up on their own 48 with 57 seconds to go. There's a chance Dixie can go and try to tie this game up before half.
Yeah, what a turn of events that was. The defense creating offense. And again, Matthew Davison taking control here for the Flyers. And now Wyatt Truman will set it behind center. Here we go, taking the snap is Truman. He's looking to pass. He's going to go downfield across the middle. Caught at the 10. Touchdown, Flyers.
And number 15 14. Kason Grover getting behind the defense. Just an absolute burner down the field. And that was a huge play, a chance to tie the game here for Dixie. 48 seconds. It was just a one-play drive.
Just like that. 13-14. The extra point could tie it up here for the Flyers. One big play. That's all it takes is one big play, and the Flyers got 2 of them in a row.
And after the PAT, I'm not sure if we have the replay on that one there, Caden, but just one of the best balls I think I've seen thrown by Wyatt Truman all season long for him. I mean, he steps up into the pocket and just delivers a strike down the field. So something I think I'm really impressed to see, as Truman has struggled early this year kind of delivering that deep ball. We've seen tonight a couple shots that he tried to take, just missed, was able to connect with Grover on that one.
Give a sideline warning. So here is the extra point for the Flyers. Kick is up. And that'll tie things up here. 14 apiece. We do have the replay. Let's check it out again here.
Yeah, just a beautiful job, feeling the pressure, stepping up, and just throwing a strike, a ball right on the money. Grover never has to break stride, dropped right into the arms. That's exactly what you want to see out of your offense. Now that looks more like the Dixie Flyers we're accustomed to.
That replay brought to you by Holbrook Asphalt. We're looking for the big score dessert from Holbrook Asphalt. Just need to get someone in the region to go score 25 here. And right now you do have Desert Hills leading against Hurricane 17-0 with about 4 minutes left to go in the first half of play. From Crimson Cliffs and Pineview, Crimson Cliffs just scored a touchdown, so it was 22-7. So that touchdown, I guess, will put them ahead, tack on 6 more, so 28 with the PAT pending, could be 29-7. So looks like our big score dessert is in effect. How about that?
There you go. Shout out to Crimson getting their points. And I was going to say, we're doing all right over here ourselves, Ken. And we keep scoring at this point. I mean, it's one a quarter for each team. However, that'll get you to 28. That's enough.
That big score dessert, that means that you get your first 5 ounces free at Yogurtland after the game. So get on over to Yogurtland. Let them know that you want that Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. They're going to take off those first 5 ounces for free. Kickoff underway. It's going to be a roller brought in around the 19. Tucking it in and running with it across the 35 and get it all the way to the 37 here for the Warriors to get things started.
Yeah, just one of those little worm burners there, right? You just kind of want to dribble it across the grass. And to be honest, those are some of those kicks where you get lucky and you might get a good bounce. All of a sudden, a kick that turned into a worm burner might accidentally turn into an onside kick. But good job by Snow Canyon, able to hold on to possession. I wonder now, is Coach Espling going to be aggressive and try to take some shots down the field again with Lounsbury? Or do you think they try to run the ball and just get into the half 14-14?
Well, I think this first play will kind of tell us if they decide to try to air it out or if they just run with it here. See what they do on 1st and 10. Lounsbury's going to pass. He's got pressure coming in his backside. Gets it off to Esplin. Esplin with no one around him near the flat. He's going to run towards the sideline.
You could see that kind of that switch go off in his head there, right? He wanted to make that cut back inside, and then last second he goes, oh, wait a minute. We only got 33 seconds on the clock. Runs right out of bounds, able to stop the clock. Solid gain of about 5, 4,
They'll give him
about 6. Yeah.
They'll give him 6.
Dixie playing really deep back right now, 3 deep.
Pushing it up the middle. It's incomplete on the passing play to JT Westbrook.
Now, if I'm Snow Canyon, Kid, and the way I'm seeing Dixie play this defense here, they got the 2 deep safeties. They have 1 linebacker dropping back deep. They're trying to get the 3 deep on you. What you want to do here is attack those fine scaps right on the sideline.
Yeah. Send it up about 15 yards and cut outside. Here we go on 3rd and 4, 27 seconds left. Pass off again into the near side, and that's Joe Max Smith. He doesn't get the line to gain. Now, they might give him enough. No, they won't. So it will be 4th down, and Coach Esplin's going to take the timeout.
Yeah, Esplin takes the timeout there. I mean, you might have enough here if you can get the 1st down, another quick timeout, try to set up a long field goal. It's a little bit hard to do in high school, especially at this part of the field. It'd be a really long field goal. You're looking at about a 50-yarder almost.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, even still for a 50-yarder, that means you have to get all the way up to about the 33.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long kick, so you're hoping that you get a big play, like you said, maybe a 10, 12-yard out, something that at least gets you in range. But that's a hard kick to make. So looks like Snow Canyon probably has to set up to try to take a couple shots here down the field, unless you just do the, I don't know, 4th and 1 with the 1 timeout. You either take the quick 1st down, clock it.
Well, let's see what they do on 4th and 1. First off, they just got to convert this 4th down.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take shots downfield all day long, but you still got to get that 1st down. So here we go on 4th down. The Warriors. Snaps away, looking to pass. It is caught. No, it is incomplete. He dropped it. So that'll be a turnover on downs.
And that actually sets Dixie up with a little bit of decent field position. If they want to try to take another shot deep, Wyatt Truman just threw one right exactly from this range. I mean, maybe you can try to catch Grover deep again, or
they've gone 14 unanswered.
You can definitely feel momentum starting to shift over in favor of the Flyers right now.
So let's see what they do here with 7.9 left to go. And a fresh set of downs. Remember, they do have 2 timeouts, so if they took a quick shot, go quick timeout.
I think they are going to try to set something up here. Looks like Wyatt Truman talking to his own line, his guys, getting them all set here. I think they're going to try to make something happen.
The snap is away with Truman looking back to pass. He's going to go deep down the sideline, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it just looked like a good job by the defensive back for Snow Canyon, kind of pushing Carson Grover Casey Grover, just against that sideline, using the sideline to his advantage, and kind of using him almost like another defender.
When it looked like he was going to be overthrown anyway, that was a little too high on that pass coming in from Wyatt Truman.
5 seconds left here in this first half.
This is your final play. And they'll just kneel it out. So that will bring us to the half. Your score tied up, 14 apiece. We got ourselves a ball game through the first half here from Snow Canyon High School. It was first 14 put up by Snow Canyon and then 14 unanswered by Dixie and the Flyers. So we will head on into our halftime show, brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company. And when we return, we'll break down the first half of play, look across Region 9, and bring you some scores and updates from the other games across Southern Utah. All of that coming up next. Again, inside of our halftime show, brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company here on the Fan Sports Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
The Snow Canyon E-Shells are out there on the field for the halftime show here on senior night from Snow Canyon High School. The Warriors right now tied up with the Flyers. They went 14 unanswered for the Flyers, and the Warriors now trying to do kind of some damage control. Their last touchdown, remember, the Warriors' last touchdown was a defensive touchdown. So the offense has only scored once. The defense got a touchdown off of a stripped ball. And after that, it was just two really good drives from the Flyers. One being a Tano Anzalone run across the way on a jet sweep in for a touchdown. The other one, a deep ball sent in for a touchdown as well. So right now, it's really the Flyer offense that has impressed in the second quarter.
Yeah, just a really balanced attack right now for the Flyers, and that's something that I think is super impressive, right? You're talking about Rand Sawyer, their main guy, being out for the first half. Now we hear it's possible he could be suiting up for the second half. We do not know if that's true or not. It very well could be. And we're hearing, I think it was like a suspension, one of those, when a player gets ejected or gets two personal penalties, they're missing the first half of the next game. I'm not sure if it'll be the whole game or not, so that'll be something we keep an eye on as the Flyers come back out. But again, with him out of the game, I really, really like what I've seen out of this offense. They've been balanced. I think that this jet sweep has brought that dynamic back where now Snow Canyon really needs to respect where everybody is going, where the ball can go at all times. I think that Dixie, Wyatt Truman, that deep ball that he took to Case and Grover there, that was probably the best ball I've seen Wyatt Truman throw all season.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, that deep ball was nothing but impressive, really. And for those of you that might have missed that, it really was quite the feat for sure. One of the better passing plays I think I've seen from him all season long, and that would maybe even include last season as well. It was just that good of a drop down field. It was really impressive.
Really impressive, and I think what's working right now for Wyatt Truman is that he's starting to see it, right? He's starting to see the field, he's starting to see the defense, and he's making reads where at first in the beginning of the year, he was kind of making the wrong reads, and you were getting a little frustrated it was as a Flyer fan. However, I think he started to put that here together. He's made some good decisions tonight, and he's really helped lead this way. But not just with him. I think this defense as well for the Flyers has stepped up and made some big plays. Twice they've gotten turnovers on down. One time they were able to turn over the ball with an interception. I know Snow Canyon has the big strip sack fumble return for a touchdown, but overall, the Dixie Flyer defense has done more than enough to keep the Flyers in this game. In fact, I think they've given them a chance to win this game.
I think you're right about that. I think I think there's a real possibility here to see the Flyers come out and potentially take it to the Warriors in the second half. But the Warriors are still going to be tough. I mean, I still feel like we talked about this at the beginning, kind of a coin flip of a game, and I don't know which way that coin's going to flip for us tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, as much love as I'm going to give the Dixie Flyers, or as I just gave the Dixie Flyers, I'm going to do the same for Snow Canyon because I've also been very impressed with the play calling from Coach Esplin. I think you're talking about Lounsbury being a younger quarterback coming into the game, and they're trying to ease him into it, right? They're giving him quarterback runs. They're giving him easy options. They're giving him dink and dunk passes, you know, whether they're the quick out routes or quick passes across the middle. I mean, it's the type of stuff that's generally friendly to a quarterback.
Yeah.
Another thing I just got to give the flowers to where they're due. Joe Mack Smith, the senior, like I said in the broadcast, right, a guy who is losing his quarterback job to Lounsbury, but what is he doing instead of pouting on the sideline? Finding a way to make impacts on the field.
Right.
Stepping up as kind of that H-back, tight end, wide receiver. I mean, he's doing a little bit of everything. I've seen him come around the end, be the lead blocker. I've also seen him catch a few passes, take a couple of those jet sweeps. So being a gadget guy and doing whatever the team is needing, I think that's something that is really doesn't get enough love, I should say, especially at the high school ranks.
Just a quick look again at this touchdown pass that went deep for Dixie and just was able to get them on top. That's potentially a candidate right there for our AWP Playmaker Play of the Game.
I mean, yeah, that's the equalizer right there. You talk about a one-play drive. They get the quick turnover with the interception. They come back, and what do they decide to do? Just throw a bomb down the field, and again, you get that right over the defense, right in the back end. I think that was just kudos to Wyatt Truman. Great ball, but can you do it again? Can you come out in the second half, and can you continue to do it? Because you don't want to get into a shootout with Snow Canyon. They got some wide receivers of their own.
They do. That's the other thing, too. They have J.T. Westbrook. Remember, here's the thing. J.T. Westbrook in the first half hit in stride, just dropped the ball. A rare miss for him. That would have been a touchdown. The Warriors had a chance to intercept the ball twice. Both of those dropped. I don't think they make those mistakes in the second half. So here's the thing. They didn't give those opportunities to Snow Canyon again in the second quarter, but can they avoid that again in the second half? That's the big question. Can you avoid getting Snow Canyon those opportunities to hit either receivers or defenders right in the hand? They dropped 3 of them. I don't think they dropped 3 of them again in the second half. So you just can't let the ball get to them in a wide open space.
Good thing about this lovely game of football here, Canyon, is you get, like you said, the tale of 2 halves. And right now, for Snow Canyon, for Dixie, they're 0-0. And it might say 14-14, but it is 0-0. And whoever wins this second half will win the ball game.
That's exactly right. We're going to step aside, take a break here inside of our halftime show brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company. Go check out their 2 locations here in southern Utah, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or even a nice sweet treat. That's Great Harvest Bread Company for you. You can visit them again with their 2 locations here in southern Utah, next to Desert Hills High School and off of the Boulevard. We'll be back after this 2-minute break here on the Fan Sports Network.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Handel's Ice Cream, Intercap Lending, and Red Rock Real Estate.
Halftime here at Snow Canyon High School. Score tied up 14 apiece. And that's just one of the scores here inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. We do have more games going on across the region here in Region 9. One of those being Cedar in their bye week. They got off to an early start against Logan tonight. They have already gone final out there in Cedar. 33-3 was the final, with Cedar getting the win over the Logan Grizzlies. Good win there for the Reds.
Really good win there as, again, we were talking about it in the break, that Nolan Perry power guide that he loves to do. About a 26, 28-point spread there, I think it was. So kind of right on the money there for Nolan Perry again. And I'm glad to see Cedar take care of business. They're one of the teams, I think, in Region 9 kind of flying under the radar as we approach playoffs.
Now, I will say this. I'm not sure. The last report that we saw was potentially Everett Kelling, quarterback for Cedar, went out. They thought maybe even a broken collarbone. So if Everett Kelling is out, I don't know what the future is there for Cedar in their quarterback department. But that's not a great loss there at all. You never want to lose anybody, but Everett Kelling has been a really standout quarterback in Region 9 this season. So that's one score. Cedar ends up beating Logan. Halftime right now, Crimson leads Pineview 29-7. We also had Hurricane that threw a deflected pass that was intercepted with 26 seconds left in the half. Desert Hills, 2 plays later, on a quarterback touchdown run, takes it up 24-0 at halftime over the Hurricane Tigers. So that means we got 14-14 here at Snow Canyon High School, all tied up at halftime. We've got 24-0 Desert Hills over Hurricane at halftime. And Crimson leads 29-7 over Pineview at halftime. Those are your scores brought to you by Nets on Fire. Go check them out online at netsonfire.org. Well, inside of the halftime show here, we do have Snow Canyon back out on the field, getting stretched out, ready to go. Haven't seen Dixie yet. We, again, had heard that potentially Rand Sawyer might be back for the second half, but he wasn't in pads at the time. Unless he just left it in the locker room and got changed at halftime, I don't know. But, again, we have to see whether that suspension means he's suspended for one full game or he got suspended for a half of a game.
Starting to see the...
we will soon find out.
Yeah, Flyers starting to come on out now. Haven't seen anything yet.
Well, we'll keep you updated on that. And, again, last we had heard was that he might just be out for the game entirely. But this is a big night in the world of sports here. Of course, we got a lot of high school football going on. We've got Dodgers and Padres also going on, and the winner moves on to the NLCS. I know you Ute fans, you've got some Utes football going on later tonight. We've got Utah State as well.
I saw him out there, Caden. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Cam Rising was on the field warming up. Cam Rising is on the field. I repeat, for any Utah Utes fans out there, looks like he's going to play. As far as Ransora goes, I do see him kind of falling out the mix here. It looks like he is continuing to not be suited up, so he's going to miss the entirety of this game. Probably, believe it or not, maybe a good break for Rand after the quite the middle of the season he's had here, averaging almost 30-plus attempts a game. Guy has just kind of been a workhorse there for the Flyers.
Well, and it's also a short week as well. You know, you do have the games coming up on Wednesday this week.
Exactly.
This is not a Friday night game coming up here in the next, again, in the next few days. It's not just a week from now that we get Friday night lights. We get a little Wednesday night lights, which kind of feels weird to say, but that is indeed the case. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we have in store for us on a Wednesday coming off of a short week of play. See if any of the players out there, any of these student athletes, if they're looking fatigued or if they're just kind of ready to go. So that will be one thing to pay attention to on Wednesday night. And we will be broadcasting on Wednesday night, so keep it locked into the fansportsnetwork.com. That is your home for Region 9 athletics. We've got those games lined up for you. We will be streaming them both on video, and then, of course, we will have one of those games being on our radio station at 99.5 and 95.3. So if you can't catch the stream and you can on the radio, then by all means listen to the radio. We also, this Saturday, have Utah Tech football in action here on the Fan Sports Network. Game is against Tarleton State. Trailblazers on the road at Tarleton State. That game will kick off at 5 o'clock. Pregame will be at 4 o'clock. You can tune into that, again, on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 in St. George. You can also watch pregame via YouTube at Trailblazer Sports Vision, or there is a link on our website at thefansportsnetwork.com.
Yeah, big game there for Trailblazers. They're going to have Tarleton, the number 13, 14 teams in the country, depending on how you're looking at it. And again, a little bit of an underlying rivalry between the two teams, both making that transition D1 at the same time. Both kind of had the same record. They went 1-1 in that inaugural 6-game season. So it'll be fun to see what the Trailblazers do this weekend against Tarleton. But as of right now, we're getting ready for the second half. Dixie kicking off to Snow Canyon, and you can tell that this atmosphere, is starting to heat back up. The Warriors fans are loading in. The music's jumping. Oh, here you go, Kane. Looks like we got some water and stuff.
Jumping and everything.
Flying in the crowd. It's almost like a college game out here.
Here we go. They went with the neon today on senior night for the student section. As we jump into the third quarter of play here, Dixie sending one away for the Warriors. It is up and brought in at the 7-yard line. Here we go. The Warriors bring it out to midfield, but nowhere to go after it crosses the 20-yard line. So that's where they'll set up. It's just past the 20, right smack dab in the middle of the hash marks out there.
Yeah, that was Karsten Stewart out there just trying to make something out of nothing. And like you said, able to get decent field position there as you set up on the 25 or so.
I always say a touchback is 20. If you can get it past the 20, you've made progress, right? And he got out to the 22. So you give it progress.
See here if Snow Canyon decides to come out firing away in this second half.
Well, here we go. Lounsbury sends a guy in motion. It's snappy, drops it, picks it up off the bounce, and will be brought down by Mason Schumann.
Yeah, we've been calling Schumann's name all night. That's been the 5th tackle that I have marked on my side. He has just been flying around. Even though the ball is snapped, still good to track, try to follow, create a play. Nice job by Snow Canyon not to lose possession. However, they're backed up now in a very bad situation. 2nd and 21.
So on 2nd and 21, snap is away. Lounsbury's rolling out, going to take it on a run. And he doesn't go too far with it, maybe only 4.
Yeah, he's going to be down, looks like right on that 14-yard line.
And it will indeed be 3rd down here.
See what Snow Canyon's thinking here. 3rd and long. In this field position, maybe just a quick little pass, maybe a screen to your wide receiver of some sort. It is Lounsbury in the backfield, of course, so you very well could see the quarterback option here.
Sends the guy in motion, keeping it himself, rolling out with it, passes away, and it is dropped. Intended for Smith, a little bit thrown behind him there on that play. It'll bring up 4th.
Yeah, just a little, like you said, tough to kind of get that ball there on the money. Throws it a little bit behind Joe Mackey, tries to reach up and get it. Not quite able to haul the ball in, and a good 3 and out for the Flyers to start off the second half.
4th and 18 now for the Warriors. And they don't have a punting unit out there, but I assume they're going to do the trick that the Flyers have been doing where the quarterback punts it, and that's what they do, and it's not much of a punt, just past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Flyers will start, is at the 33.
Yeah, I wonder if Snow Canyon just didn't have a punt unit available, because very questionable. I mean, can't tell if that ball was tipped as he tried to kick it.
I think it might have been. It looked like it was Lopati on it that might have got a tip on it.
Yeah, Lopati had a beautiful get off there on that left side. You see him go right inside of the right tackle. Maybe he was able to just get his right mid on there enough, but either way, Dixie set up a really good field position. They're going to have it on their own 33.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff up the middle with a lot of room to run. That's Kazier.
And just like that, we're starting to see Dixie get a little bit of momentum now here, carrying what they finished that second quarter with.
And Carson Stewart at the end of that play, you can see on the replay, he was down and kind of holding his wrist, it looked like, and he's still taking his time coming off the field here.
Yeah, it looked like him and Kazier kind of met right at the tail end of that play. He's a little shaken up as the training staff's going to attend to him out there. But Caden, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Dixie so far. I mean, they get the 3 and out to start the second half. Good field goal position with the possibly blocked punt. We're not too sure on that one yet. But here they are. Looks like they're just down on their 18-yard line already in the Cache Valley red zone.
Yeah, that went by really fast as they've been able to push inside that 20-yard line, as you mentioned. And with just 10 minutes to play here in the third, I mean, we're talking Flyers kicked off to the Warriors. They've only allowed 2 minutes to tick off, and we're already inside the red zone here for the Flyers. So this has definitely been Flyer momentum from the tail end of the first half here to the start of the second half. Nothing but the Flyers all the way here, and the Warriors are just trying to play catch-up. Well, again, an injury timeout out there on the field, and it looks like they're now able to get him off the field. That's Carson Stewart again. And it looked like, again, it looked like it was maybe a wrist or something.
Yeah, we'll see.
He is coming over to the trainer's table. I mean, under his own power, grabs a bottle of water. They're going to take a quicker look as this play goes up the middle for a gain of maybe 6 here for the Flyers on the run.
Nice little run there down the middle, setting you up for a second and medium. About 4 yards here to gain.
So on second down, it's a handoff taken by Anzalone, and he has nowhere to go with that one. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage for third down.
Yeah, good job by the Warriors defense there, just kind of corralling that play, making sure nothing gets outside of them there on the line of scrimmage. That's the way that you want to defend this Flyers offense.
Well, that jet sweep used to be their bread and butter for a long, long, long time, and they haven't used it so much this season. But with Rand Sawyer out and Anzalone back in, this is maybe the right move to go. Is just continue to run that jet sweep. Snap away. Keeping it himself is Truman, and he pitches it off, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he might have thought he was playing Madden or NCAA there. Tried to do what looked almost like the little triple option. Keeps it himself and then tries to make a pitch at the last second. Dangerous play as the ball just rolls out of bounds. Very well could have been a pickup fumble.
Well, he picked up a yard off of it. It will be 4th down, and they're switching things out. They're going to bring out the kicker here and just go for a field goal, which in this kind of game, I'm not actually opposed to that. This is a chip shot kind of kick. You know, you're kicking right there. They have him set up at it looks like they'll put him at the 18-yard line, so it's a 28-yard kick. Very makeable. Going up by 3 might be what could win you the ball game here if you're the Flyers. Snap is away. Here's the kick. It is up, and that's going to go through the uprights.
Yeah, always good to have a kicker on the team for these exact moments. Instead of walking away with nothing, walking away with the lead.
So they now get the extra 3 on the board. Flyers lead 17-14. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Flyers kicking it away after the made field goal. So 17 unanswered now.
Snow Canyon really want to make something happen now as Dixie, they've shown you on defense. They're here to play. Couple 3-and-outs now. Another one to start the third half. And a quick turnaround to score a field goal. Snow Canyon finds himself down by 3.
This one's hauled in around the 3-yard line. Brought out past the 20, the 25. Still on his feet. Some of that pressure was there behind him, so he gets wrapped up at about the 26, and I think that'll be where they will spot this ball for the Warriors offense to come out.
Snow Canyon, let's see if maybe they decide to go back to the passing game here. You mentioned it earlier in the first half. They had the shot down the right sideline to JT Westbrook, just able to not bring that one in. But you would have to imagine if they catch that ball, this is a different game. Let's see here if they decide to go back to that. Attack down the field.
So Warriors offense getting set up. Brody Lounsbury, the sophomore quarterback, leading the way here. Sends guy in motion. It's a handoff on the sweep. Gets tripped up. Looked like he only got tripped up over his own foot, and he's kind of slow getting up.
Yeah, it looked like
it's Kel Johnson.
Turf monster there got him. And he's a little shaken up, like you said. He's going to limp over, but they're going to keep him in.
No gain, no loss. 2nd down.
Yeah, that turf monster, man, I've had it snipe me out a couple times. It's no fun.
No. No. I think it's
falling in midair.
Sometimes it hurts the pride more than it hurts anything. Snap is away, and on a keeper on a draw. That's Lounsbury gaining about 7 yards.
Yeah, nice play call there. As you see, Dixie only sending the 4 guys up front and create that draw motion, right? You want to get the pass rush up the field, make them think that you're dropping back, and then just go right run underneath them. Nice little gain there. Sets up a 3rd and short.
Third down, 2 to go. Warriors went 3 and out last time on offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd down. Handoff. That's I believe, Esplin, who gets stacked up, but I believe he's at that line to gain. Are they going to give him enough to move the chains is the question.
I do believe he got just enough. Oh, it's not going to be a generous spot. That's going to set up. It looks like a 4th and inches.
It's close.
Let's see what they decide to do here. Are they going to bring out the chains? It looks like they're respotting the ball.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They're going to tell him to move those chains.
All right, well, there you go, Snow Canyon, the first down. Interesting little bit we've seen so far from our officiating crew tonight. The interesting touchdown that was never called or denied, and then the flag. A couple taunting penalties, and now the ghost spot.
So here we go on a fresh set of downs. Lounsbury to pass, catches his receiver. And that's Kel Johnson on the reception, and it's good for about 6.
Like that he worked his way upfield there, deciding not to just try to keep making guys miss. More times than not, you see these young players try to run around, make things happen, end up losing yards on the play.
So it's 2nd and 3. Going in motion, and on the handoff is Johnson again. He's got a blocker in front of him. He plows through for a first down.
Good job there by the Warriors, starting to get a little bit of momentum on this drive here. Moving the chains chunk by chunk. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. For anybody out there who cares, I can confirm Cam Rising is in the game. He is starting for the University of Utah tonight. He is playing against Arizona State out on the field.
Pass off into the flat, caught by Esplin, but there are about 3 Dixie Flyers that are right there.
Oh, it looked like I think Lounsbury might have just sacrificed his buddy there.
Yeah, Kingston Bailey's running off too, kind of holding his arm.
Looked like on that play there, just a lapse of judgment by the offensive line. Not sure if they were unaware by the snap count or really just an incredible pass rush, but it felt like all of Dixie got upfield. Lounsbury just kind of sacrificed the ball to Esplin as he got lit up.
On 2nd and 18 here are the Warriors. They send Esplin in motion, dropping back to passes. Lounsbury pump fakes it, and the pressure's on top of him. And he's down for the sack at the 35-yard line. And that was number 42, Lopati. Lopati on it again.
Somebody that we've been looking at all season long, that we've actually circled in the pregame, as a guy who can create pressure, whether it's as a defensive end or a defensive tackle. He's able to kind of move up and down that defensive line. And just a good job at sticking with the play there, able to track down Lounsbury and record himself a sack.
3rd and 23.
So far, 3-point game here. 350.
Esplin goes in motion. Here's Lounsbury to pass. Lopati's coming after him. Ball on the ground. Picked up by the Warriors.
And it looked like that was big number 70 for Snow Canyon jumping on top of that. I think that was Jackson Hansen. Saw that ball just kind of rolling around on the ground. Jumps on there. Able to save it from being a turnover. But still, looks like it's going to set up the that weird spread out punt formation. I wonder if they decide to actually go for it. I mean,
no,
I would be afraid to try this formation again after they've already gotten so close to blocking it. It looks like there's some confusion by the Warriors as well.
Well, they're set up on the 38-yard line. The line to gain is the 42 on the other side, and they are going to punt this one away. This is a good punt, too. It's high and falls in at about the 25. And they get out there to take him down quickly as well. That was Kel Johnson and Isaiah Thompson.
And I think we're going to get a personal foul there on number 71, or it was either a personal foul or a hold there, as it looks like he got a lot of his jersey kind of yanked on and tugged around there. We'll see what they call. Much better punt the second time around there by Snow Canyon. Would lead me to believe that that first one we probably did see Isaac Lapati, maybe someone else get a hand on there, as that seemed to be a little bit of a worm burner early on. That was a beautiful punt, though. That's going to set up the Flyers on the 37-yard line.
So it is a personal foul going against the Warriors. That will be tacked on to the end of the return. So it is indeed a first down.
Got the Snow Canyon student section out there singing the happy birthdays to someone. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Good
birthday,
for you.
whoever you are out there. Oh, they got him jumping.
But not to you, because that's the third time, Caden, that we've seen them jump off sides with the hard count.
And it's Andrew Castro again. He's done it multiple times.
Oh, that's just killer. If you're a defense, you're trying to do everything you can to get a stop. And right now, penalty after penalty, Dixie just drove down half the yard without taking a snap.
Handoff goes to Anzalone. He cuts inside on the sweep, and he'll gain 3, maybe even 4. Oh, they might give him 5 on the play.
Starting to see some more generous spots. We saw the ghost spot and now another generous one. It looks like on the gain of about, like you said, 5, sets up a second and medium. This offense looks much more cohesive than it's looked all season.
It really has. It's looked really good tonight as Anzalone goes again on the sweep, and this time it's handed off and brought down immediately for a loss of 3. The handoff goes to the young back in
Jason Malufau. Yeah, got lit up kind of quick there. You know, with the success we've seen so far from Dixie tonight, I wonder if both the question, does Rand Sawyer sometimes take away some of the targets with as much as he's seeing the ball, or is it truly he's just that dominant? I'm not sure, but this is the most cohesive I think I've seen the Flyers offense all season long. They look good here with 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Anzalone again in motion on a keeper, play action. Up the field, it's caught! It's caught. It's like it's deja vu, because again, going into number 15, is that Nathan Forsyth? We got 3 different 15s. Case and Grover. We'll just give it to Case and Grover.
Yeah, it's either Case and Grover or Nathan Forsyth. I can't tell. I believe that was Grover.
I think that's Grover out there. We've been calling Grover. We'll just say it's Grover. Takes it all the way down to the 10. On a handoff to Anzalone. He's going to push through and gets it all the way down inside the 5.
Well, just like that now, Caden, looks like Snow Canyon with their back against the wall. 3 yards away from the end zone. Dixie's knocking on that door.
They already lead 17-14 with 1:25 ticking away on the clock here in the third quarter.
If I told you going into the second quarter, Dixie would be down 14-0. Be tough to imagine that they came and mounted a comeback as much as this, but impressive what momentum has done here with the Flyers.
Snaps away, handoff, and it is in for the touchdown. That's again Jason Malufau.
Just a really good run up the middle. Looks like somebody banged up for Snow Canyon there. I'm trying to see who that was. I think that is Trey Vaughn, who's over there limping off the field. Yeah, that is Trey
number
Vaughn.
7, Trey Vaughn.
So that could potentially be a big loss there for Snow Canyon. Want to keep an eye on Trey, see how he's doing. But a huge drive by the Flyers, Caden. Just that beautiful dime. I know we were giving him a lot of credit for the one he did before the half, but the one after looked just as good. It may not have been a touchdown, but another really well-placed ball there to Grover, and able to finish that drive off with 7 points. That's what you want to see if you're a Flyer fan.
24-14, Flyers lead here on the Fan Sports Network. We will be back after this 30-second break.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
It is now 24 unanswered points as the Flyers take the 24-14 lead over the Snow Canyon Warriors. Flyers getting ready to kick this one away. 1:02 left to go here in the third quarter. Here's the kick. Brought in just past the 5. Looking for some blockers ahead of him all the way down to the 25 before he's stopped on the return.
Yeah, it looks like
Carson
Dixie.
Stewart bringing it out.
Dixie now feeling a little bit more comfortable with that 10-point lead. See if Snow Canyon decides to up the ante here, try to take some shots deep. They have the receivers, they have the playmakers. We've seen a couple balls from Lounsbury that look really good, a couple that don't look as good. But I do think he has the arm strength to push the ball down the field if you so choose. Just under a minute here in the third quarter.
Yep, 54.9 left here on the clock. Lounsbury will take the snap from the center. Look at a pass. Goes midfield to his receiver and is brought down immediately. That's Kel Johnson on the reception. He gains 7.
Yeah, I like that pass there. You know,
mate.
Dropping back, quick 3 steps, make your reads, and get rid of the ball quickly. So I like what I see there at Lounsbury to Johnson.
On 2nd and 2. Here's a snap. Handoff to Esplin. Esplin is wrapped up from behind and taken down by Mason Schumann.
And not before they get
nowhere
that
to go.
first.
Yeah, got just a couple yards, but I guess that's all they really needed.
Mason Schumann now with his 6th tackle on the night. At least. I have him for 6. Could be more.
And that'll bring up the end of the third. So the Warriors are able to get the first down right now. That's at least some positive momentum in the right direction for them. See if they can continue to capitalize on the forward progression. Fresh set of downs when we return here after this 60-second break on the Fan Sports Network.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, it's Luke with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Coming out of the break, it's Snow Canyon ball. Handoff to Smith. He's going to pass downfield. Does he have an open receiver? Diving out for it with JT Westbrook, and he cannot haul that one in.
Yeah, just missed him on the pass there. That's a couple times now tonight. Snow Canyon's going to look back at the film and think, man, if only we could just be that much more accurate on the ball.
Well, we do have a score update, not in Region 9, but the Dodgers get the win over the Padres. 2-0. They move on to face the Mets in the NLCS.
Sorry if you're in the studio there, DC. I know you love your Padres, but maybe next time, buddy.
Across the middle, it is caught. No, it is dropped. I thought it was caught, nearly caught. Cale Johnson was the intended receiver. Brings up 3rd and 10 now.
Another score update here. Looks like we have a score of 3-0. Utah versus Arizona State. Cam Rising is playing in this game. Had a scary tumble earlier. Got sacked and kind of fell backwards on his knee, but was able to get up. To a lot of people's
He kind of was holding his knee, and this is snapped and passes away, caught. Wrapped him and immediately taken down by Schumann, but not before a gain of 3 for the Warriors. And it will bring up, now should be 4th down and 7. If you're the Warriors, you go for it here.
Yeah, I think at this point you have to. You know, you've already kind of lost the momentum here. You don't want to give the ball back to Dixie with great field position, however.
Well, they're going to punt it. It's high. Brought in at the 21. Brought out past the 30 and taken out of bounds.
Well, I was going to say, you could live with that play call there as you punt in. You try to pin them deep. Snow Canyon actually kind of lucky, I think, to not get a personal foul there as they kind of had a little extra shove in there, throwing that flyer down to the ground on the sideline. Thought maybe they could have had the penalty tacked on 15. Ref decides to keep the dirty laundry in the pocket.
So, fresh set of downs, brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. (24-14). Again, Flyers lead here with just over 11 minutes to go.
I'd imagine we're probably going to see Snow Canyon fire up a blitz here. Try to bring a little bit of pressure. Sell out on that run game.
Snap is away, and it's a sweep across to the far side. Taken all the way over there is Kason Grover.
Cramping up there now. Looks like he's going to have to get stretched out, so probably gives us a second there to...
And I believe is that Andrew Castro? We got 2 guys on the field. We got one for the Flyers. We got Castro down for the Warriors. I don't know who's down right now for the Flyers.
I believe that was Kason Grover who's down after the carry. Yes, that is. That is going to be Kason Grover down after the carry, and they're stretching him out there. Doesn't look like anything major, just cramping up a little bit. And he's going to be helped on up, helped over to the sideline. I expect him to be back in a couple plays. Snow Canyon here. Little bit slower to get up. Couldn't quite make out exactly what's going on. It looks like they're kind of taking a look at that lower right leg, whether it's that knee, maybe the ankle.
Yeah, and again, that is Andrew Castro for the Warriors that's down right now. As Grover's up and off the field for those listening on the radio side.
Castro's had a couple silly